in Phoenix and El Paso.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he played junior hockey in Phoenix and moved to play college in Colorado, and now he's back in Arizona. Go figure.
Sounds like a plan. Well, you know what's good about
okay,
the
we're on.
What's that?
We're on.
We're rocking and rolling here at the Sobe Ice Arena in Las Vegas.
Yes, we are.
All right.
All right, good evening. Welcome to the Sobe Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, the MWHL Cup Finals. Here, just warm-ups. Just about 7 minutes left in warm-ups as both teams have taken the ice.
And I'll just do all the fans watching here a great service and introduce your fantastic play-by-play guy, Mr. Kyle Sakarik. My name is Adam Steo, and I'm down here ice side, and you got the cool spot up there. So what do you think about these Arizona Outlaws there, Kyle?
Well, just looking at their forwards, they look strong, and they look like they have a reason why they lead the MWHL in scoring.
Oh, yeah. High-powered team.
Vail, not too far away themselves, but Arizona definitely being the team to beat this year.
No, I'd say I've seen these guys a couple times already this year, and they just don't stop. I think that's the coolest thing about Arizona is, you know.
A pretty substantial year leading the MWHL in 50 points and
leading point getter by just a measly 22 points in front of the next guy. So I mean he's definitely got it going on.
Oh, and looks like we're going to need some rink maintenance here as one of Arizona's, not sure who took that shot, but shattered the glass behind the Arizona net.
That'll definitely stop a warm-up period, won't it?
I guess so. So we're going to need some extra time here and get the crew out working as quickly as they can to get the glass off the ice and get everything repaired as soon as they can.
Oh, man. Wow.
Well, this is
Murphy's Law, I guess, right?
MWHL Finals, and can't have a nice start to the drama already.
Yeah, just a little bit of drama. I mean, but, what are you going to do? It's glass. I guess they say rules are made to be broken, so I guess maybe that glass was made to be broken.
Looks like number 27 over there, that's Haverlack doing some helping out with the trying to get the glass in one area, so it makes it easier for the crew.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing. That's the one thing about hockey players. They are nice people. They might go out there and how would you say they rough it up out there, but they're just puppy dogs when it comes down to it.
Most respectable athletes off the ice.
Yep. So while we got a few moments, how about Vail? Who do you like on Vail?
Well, we always got to take into account we got Justin Elmore, who led his team in points and just 16 games.
Yeah, he also I actually spoke to him before the game, and he was actually one of the
13 games, I should say.
Yeah, he was one of the proponents. They said they had one of their players. I can't remember. They said Micah and one other guy were a couple guys that were back at home. Hopefully they're watching the broadcast. They wanted to give a shout out to a couple of guys that were either injured or could not make the trip. So they're back at home, hopefully watching, and they want to say hi to their families. Obviously the Elmores, and I was also talking with Foster, another one of their guys, and he was saying he wanted to make sure, they said hi to a few people back home. Obviously wives, girlfriends, and make sure everybody's included in that. So just a quick shout out for them, of course.
Just looking down these rosters, there's always got to be someone that steps up that you don't suspect to carry the load, especially in these games. That's how championships are won, with most depth.
Oh, without a doubt, and it'll be really interesting because these two teams met up earlier in the year, and Arizona traveled all the way up there to Colorado, and they played a series of games up there. They played one game in Breckenridge, and they actually lost to Breckenridge, and they played the Vail Yeti, and they beat Vail 8-6. So both teams, even though they said they're both going to be having some, how would you say, like high-scoring affair, that both teams really know that it's going to be there's going to be a lot going on. So we'll see how things shape up if and when we can get this thing going.
Looks like we're going to be coming back shortly here as the warm-up period just about to conclude, and we'll be back for the drop of the puck and the start of the game just after some ice maintenance and ice cut here. Stay tuned for the Mountain West Hockey League Cup Finals.
We're going to get the same logo out there, and we should be able to start the game.
Hey guys, I'm Angelique Gorgas, and this is the Mountain West Hockey League at the Finals Cup here in Las Vegas at the Sobe Ice Arena. And we had a little mishap with the ice, so we decided to pull the commissioner, Mr. Tom Brown, and ask him about the league and how it got started and what brought us here today.
Hi, Angelique, thanks. Well, the Mountain West Hockey League was formed in 2012. Basically, we were looking for teams that wanted to get together and play, senior A hockey, take things to the next level. We started off with 6 teams, and the league has expanded every year since. We're currently at 9 teams. We've got 3 teams in Colorado, teams in Nevada, Utah, Arizona, 2 teams in California, and it's looking good. We're really excited this year. The teams from the Rocky Division and the Sierra Division were very competitive. Vail's very strong, Arizona's very strong. We're looking forward to a really good cup tonight.
Excellent. And then also, you played also as a child, right? And how was your career?
I played high school hockey, junior hockey, college hockey. I played on a team with the USA Nationals. So yeah, I've been around the block, but I'll tell you what, these guys really know how to play. They know how to hit. They know how to put the puck in the net, and I wish I was that good.
Have you done any coaching as well?
Yeah, when the league first started, I actually started the Las Vegas team, and I coached that team for the first half of the season before I turned it over to somebody else and just took over strictly running the league as a commissioner.
What are your thoughts on MVP for tonight?
Well, it's tough to say. It's a 3-game series. We'll see how the guys do. Both teams have good players. Vail has a really strong defenseman. He's really good. Andy Canzanello. The Arizona team, they've got a terrific forward, Justin Haverlack. He's fantastic. So either one of those guys could go, but you never know. It could be somebody scores the big goal at the timely time. You never know.
What makes up the team? How are you drafting the guys? Where are you getting them from?
MWHL players come largely from junior programs, junior A programs, and from college programs. It's mostly undrafted players that still think they've got a shot and they want to see if they can get scouted to the next level. We also get a lot of players that come over from Europe to come here to play. By the same token, we send a lot of players to Europe. So guys graduate from here and go and play in European division teams.
Who would you say your oldest player is? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not sure how old Bill Foster from Vail is, but I know that the captain of San Diego, Mickey Andrade, is 40. He'll hit me for that.
I think Bill Foster's 35, so he still has a few more years.
There you go.
I'll tell him we said that. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks, Tom, so much. So I'm excited to see what happens. Do you have any favorites?
Nah, no favorites here. I just want to see the best team win.
Excellent. We'll be right back.
Good evening and welcome back to Las Vegas and the Mountain West Hockey League Cup Finals featuring the Arizona Outlaws and the Vail Yeti. This game is played at neutral territory, and this is a best of 3 championship series, with this being game 1 of a possible 3-game setting. So before we start things off, we're going to go down to the ice surface and have a all-star presentation with the commissioner of the Mountain West Hockey League in Thomas Brown.
Congratulations to the Silver Electric 2017 Mountain West All-Star Team. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together once again.
Am I camera 2, Adrian? Am I 2? I'm 2.
Well, there we have it, the Mountain West Hockey League All-Star presentation ceremony. And just about ready to get started for puck drop here for game 1.
How about a proper introduction there? We got Mr. Kyle Sakarik doing all the talking up there. He'll be your play-by-play man.
And we got Adam Steele downstairs inside the glass, giving you all the action inside the plays.
Yep, down here between the benches, I get to hear all the good stuff down here, trust me.
And just about ready to get started in this one. Arizona looks like they have all their big guns out first. And it looks like Vail is going to counter here as we're underway. Flip back in on goal, and it's held by Arizona goaltender Alex Palumbo.
Well, right off the shot, Foster, one of the guys you got to watch out for there, Kyle. So he gets the first shot on goal for the guys in green.
Drawing back, chance towards the goal, wouldn't quite go. Fisher looking to start it ahead, couldn't get it to go for Haverlack. And it's Vale who has it back in their own zone. And a break in here, they score. Just coming in 30 seconds into the game, and the Vale Yeti are up first. It's 1-0.
Well, there you go, Kyle. If you're not focused in on Justin Elmore there, he's obviously their leading scorer, somebody Arizona knows they have to pick up. He just snuck behind everybody, caught the Arizona defense sleeping.
Draw one back by Will Compton. And Vale looks to break out again. In their own zone, fumbled. And the chance went just wide. Now Arizona trying to erase that one goal. But a chance there is held by Spencer Gold.
Yeah, we'll get Gold into the action there. Both goaltenders seeing some biscuits now finally. But I don't know if I'm sure everyone noticed there. Colton St. Clair was kind of sneaking behind everybody. So both teams trying to be a little sneaky to get going here, Kyle.
Punched around the boards for Noah Warshawski now. Chip back by Compton. Compton has a chance in front. And Arizona starts it back again. Walker calmly in his own zone. Watch out down there as the puck came careening into the Arizona penalty box area.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, and let's just say it missed.
Well, it's good to see that you're okay down there.
Yeah, glass is breaking, and so was I almost there.
Draw to the right of Palumbo. One straight back, touched along for Golden. He gets it to the corner. And it's thrown ahead, a little bit out of the reach of Keenan Romero. And Palumbo out of the goal, stops it behind the net. Taken back here by Romero. He drops it back. And this is Zach Bayer looking ahead. Plays it off the boards and back in. Tie up along the boards, activating is Fisher. That one went just wide of the intended mark. Now this is Romero. Lost it out to center. Breaking back quickly is Vale. Golden with a chance and a save by Palumbo.
Well, Kyle, both bitches talking or whatever on the last Arizona rush into the zone just moments ago. A couple guys did get together. I couldn't really catch the numbers, but the chit-chat has started, and a little bit of physical play has already gotten going. This is full contact, so both teams ready to go either way.
And once again, it's a 1-0 lead for the Vale Yeti. 2 minutes into period number one. Off the draw, collected here by the Outlaws. Hoists it off the glass. The Yeti again controlling the puck and starting it back ahead. Through the middle, a chance off the stick of William Foster. And again, Palumbo has it in the glove and stops play.
Well, right off the bat, these lineups not really doing too much change. It's been top line, second line, top line, second line, and they're going after each other. The last game these two teams played was an offensive, little offensive firepower. 8-6 game in favor of Arizona earlier in the year. So this is still probably going to be an offensive affair, and Arizona isn't worried.
So gathered in here by Jacob Weissman. He gets it for Haverlack, leading scorer in the MWHL. And we have ourselves a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like it could be an interference call. A couple guys got together, and but we'll see. Referee tonight is Cody Fulweiler. Very very big veteran of the Mountain West League. It's actually a high stick is going to be the call, Kyle. Cody's been working the Mountain West League now for probably about 5 or 6 years. So veteran here working game one.
And it looks like the linesmen were busy as well, having to separate 2 players in the corner from each team. So the chippiness is starting to pick up here.
Yeah, a little behind the play. Derek Gerhardt drew the call there for Vale. And 2 more to add to his original 12 minutes during the regular season. Not too many PIMs off this Vale squad.
It's a double minor that's been given to Derek Gerhardt for high sticking, and so Arizona will get a look at this power play to start the evening, but it's a short-handed chance brought back here by Elmore. He cuts to the backhand and a save by Palumbo. That's Elmore again with another scoring chance. This time Palumbo got the best of him. And it's taken back here quickly by Chris Walker. Taken away by Dalton Spielman. He's in trouble in the corner. And it's just played softly out into the neutral zone. Quickly back come the Outlaws. Dropped off in front, unable to handle was Chris Walker. And it's out to center. Pivoting back, Weissman. He carries it in. Weissman with a chance, saved by Gold, and he holds on to that.
Well, as you can imagine here, being the finals here in the Mountain West Hockey League, both these teams, good converting teams on both the power play and penalty kill. Arizona looks, I wouldn't say iffy. Sure, they're just getting their feet onto the ice here in Vegas as the Yeti, but their shorthanded squad for the guys in green looks a little better than the power play for the guys in white.
Here's a chance in front, and Gold had to be sharp there. And now back out to the line. Weissman drops it off. Across. And a chance towards the goal, looking for a tip in front. Wouldn't go. Panetta. Back to the line for Weissman. He gets it. That was knocked out of the crease area. Now a chance in front. Save. And it's cleared with about a little bit over 2 minutes left in the minor penalty. So the first set of the double minor just about killed off here by the Yeti. Arizona rushing ahead, looking to set up again quickly here. A chance to the middle, wouldn't go. And Bayer. Now Haverleck looks like is tied up behind. Haverleck gets it back to the line for Wrightons. Now Haverleck. Tied up, just kicks it loose. And it's returned down low to the corner. Back out to the point, Wrightons a chance, wouldn't go. And it's cleared all the way back down. And both teams will change up their power play and penalty kill units. Compton here in the corner taking multiple bumps in the back, and it looks like they're going to get him on the second one here. It's a penalty to number 21 of the Outlaws.
Yeah, I tell you, it's we'll you got a power play, and it's not really the smartest thing to do down in the corner. Obviously, you saw Bayer get a little physical. Not sure if it was a little bit of frustration on his part, but I mean, when the Yeti have their opportunity, they're shorthanded. I think it was Compton that knocked it down over there, and just basically kind of killed the momentum that Arizona's had so far. But to be quite honest, Arizona was looking pretty good. They were just getting their feet moving. They were working a cycle. They were doing very, very well there. But the Yeti, again, one of the top PK units here in the Mountain West Hockey League, showing their stuff too.
So we'll play 4-on-4 for a minute and 12 seconds, and then the Yeti will get a brief power play chance here, chance to see their power play.
Both these teams are on fire, 4-on-4. A lot of offense with these two teams.
Carried back here by Weissman right away, and his chances had to be corralled by Spencer Gold.
Well, it's another interesting opportunity. A lot of offensive zone draws here. Arizona's done well, picking them up. So let's see how they do here.
Touch back to the line now. Fisher has to go back in his own zone to collect this one for an icing.
Yeah, for the fans watching at home, they also play a hybrid icing here in the Mountain West Hockey League. Once the puck is iced from the red line down, the defending team, so in that case Arizona, had to race down and win the race of who would have touched the puck, and that's how the icing works in the Mountain West League.
Hoisted ahead. Fisher kicked it, and this is taken back by Colton St. Clair. He lost the handle. Fisher will turn back at his own blue line. Touches it across for his defensive partner and Wiseman. Starts it ahead, handed off for St. Clair. Streaking down the boards, lost the handle. And this is played back in by Walker. Tie up here momentarily along the sideboard. St. Clair comes away with it. He looks out to the line, and unable to handle it was Matt Rydens. Now at center. Taken away. And it's played back in by Brent Sands. Flipped ahead here for Haverleck. Haverleck drops it off for Walker. He walks in, tied up. And it's turned back in the Yeti zone. They now have 30 seconds to start their power play. Not much time as it's chipped into the corner. Palumbo plays it back to the corner. Hacked at there. Spielman looked like he had his stick knocked out of his hands. And now a quick chance here for Haverlack. He's got a man cutting, gets it to him, and they score! It's tied at 1. It was number 19, Jake Baer, who slips it through the 5-hole of gold to tie the game.
Well, how about that for a shorthanded goal, Kyle? I mean, oh my Lord. I mean, neither one of these teams stop there. They always find a way to get a man completely behind somebody or do something a little over and above. And just a great play by the Outlaws there. I mean, wow. Even shorthanded, they're taking chances, and they pay off. So good for them.
Goal coming at 12 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the first period. And the Outlaws erasing that early first goal for the Yeti. But the Yeti get it back. It looked like it was tipped over the shoulder of Palumbo. And now it's 2-1.
Well, there you go. I mean, just that the power play expired there. They still had a 5-on-4 advantage inside the zone. I mean, again, this is an all special teams game here so far, and teams taking advantage on both sides. But I think both teams know this is a very long game, and absolutely zero emotion coming off the Arizona bench right now. They're just focused. So they know this is going to be a long game, and there's a bad icing by them. But yeah, crazy down here. They're still ready to go. They know it's a long game.
So a draw will be back inside the Outlaw zone. To the left of Palumbo. Kicks to the corner off the draw. Spielman got it back to the line, and a chance looking for a tip there. Wouldn't go. And it's brought back ahead by Josh Allen. Romero looking back in front for Allen. He was tied up. Weber trying to keep it in. He was looking to get the return feed. It skipped away from him. And brought back by the Yeti. The goal for the Yeti looks like they're giving it to Spielman, the second goal of the game for them.
Yeah, and I tell you, that's been a powerful line for the Yeti all year. I mean, you got Spielman, Canzanello, and Brett Sands. I mean, all these guys have some amazing single A and double A experience. From the Federal League to the ECHL, to even overseas. Just three great players here playing in the Mountain West Hockey League and converting for the Yeti.
And back it comes again. Arizona still working it over in the Yeti zone, but it's countered back at center ice. And chase back was Matt Merritt. Merritt now again. He's bumped into along the boards. And at the line here. Getting a chance and a save by Palumbo off the stick of Warshawski. Back across here, turning back is Canzanello. For Merritt, he couldn't get it to go. That one was blocked and carried back by Colton St. Clair. Plays it across for Walker. He has to turn back for it. Left and
Penalty
right and
upcoming.
stepping into that. It wouldn't go. Delayed penalty here to the Yeti, looks like. As they get Palumbo off. And the extra attacker on now as this is carried in by St. Clair. His shot went wide. Looked like he fanned on that. And now touched up by the Yeti. And what do we have here? We do have a pile up in the corner.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a scrum down in the corner when the penalty was committed. So it'll be, again, the physical play picking up. Both these teams, obviously, as you can see, they're being separated still by the linesmen, getting together. And, the physical play is starting to pick up. You got a one-goal game. This is it's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens as the penalties get assessed here. So hooking was the call that was assessed down here.
And looks like they're going to give it to number 22, Matt Merritt.
Yeah, while we have this time, the Arizona roster overall a lot of young guys, but I have to go back to the Yeti. Canzanello. The guy is in his mid-30s. He's had a lot of experience. You go over to a guy like Brett Sands. Another guy that's in his early 30s. A journeyman around the Federal League and played in the SPHL. Canzanello even got some time with Cincinnati in the American League, playing in the ECHL. He's played over in Germany. They got a lot of experience on this Yale squad. So, I'm not saying Arizona by any means is inexperienced, but do have a lot of experience, a lot younger squad. So they're going to keep flying.
And so the Outlaws technically getting their third man advantage of the night. As this is Bayer handing it off, a one-time chance, and St. Clair had that one go wide. He quarterbacks this power play, and now Rydens towards the goal. Wouldn't go. And it's chipped up the boards and back down inside the Outlaw zone, and it's left behind by Palumbo.
I think that's the one thing you're going to see with this Outlaw squad. I don't think anybody here is afraid to shoot.
Puck was turned off the glass. And it's ahead for Haverlack now. Looking to set up again. Quickly on him was Kyle Dove. Back across here. St. Clair couldn't handle it. He has to get rid of it quickly. Fired back around the other side. There is Bayer to keep it in. Dropped off down low, turning in front, and back across, and St. Clair sent that one high. Stays in the zone, though. St. Clair, a bouncing puck, couldn't handle it, and it's cleared again. And we have a stoppage. Looks like it's a penalty to the Outlaws.
Yeah, behind the play.
Going to be to Colton St. Clair.
Yeah, as he's getting in the box, St. Clair, little verbal frustration, little pushing, shoving, hacking and whacking is going both ways right now, and unfortunately, the one that gets seen by the officials is the one to St. Clair there. But either way, 4-on-4 for a little bit.
Chance in front was turned out. Now here's a shorthanded break by Chris Walker. He moves in, saved by Gold.
Well, just another great play by Walker. I mean, these young kids from Arizona just absolutely fast. They keep their feet moving, doing what they need to do, and as you can see, they're not afraid to shoot the puck. They know Gold is got his little bit of weaknesses, and they're just going to keep on testing him.
So the Yeti collecting it. Now here's a break back the other way. It's Elmore again, and Palumbo gets that one. Elmore again has found his way to get behind the Outlaw defense here 3 times now. And stepping back in, a chance, saved by Gold. Back out to the line. Fisher trying to touch it along, but retreating was Zach Baer. Now brought back ahead. Given away to Baer, and he throws it back in.
Long test on the PK here for the Outlaws. They got a minute to kill now.
Across it comes, skated back in by Golden. He was met quickly, and it's played back again deep inside the Yeti zone. Gold out to sling it along for Foster. He touches it to center. This is Sands. And now Golden. Around the boards for Foster. Gives it back to the point for Canzanello. Clearing attempt there. Wouldn't go. The boards was sealed off, and Spielman now looking in front, and a save by Palumbo. As it comes back for Spielman. He's met by Wiseman. And plays it back to the point. Touch across, walking in, a chance, saved by Palumbo, and cleared. And that will do it for the penalty as the Outlaws return to full strength.
Well, stellar kill that time. They're 2 for 2 on the kill now. Unfortunately, they gave up that 1 goal after the kill had ended, but much better for the Outlaws this time.
Carried back in by Dove. He was bumped off the puck, and Yeti have to take it back again now in their own zone. As they set up, flipped across, carried back in by DeRose, but offside.
Well, I tell you, I just hope both teams can keep this pace up, because this has just been an unbelievably fast-paced game. Both teams knew this going in. I spoke to a few of the members from each of the teams, and they knew this was going to be high-flying, so hopefully they can keep this pace up. It's been a great game so far.
Just a little over 6 minutes now to play in period 1. And Fisher looking ahead. It was cut off. And flipped back in, but not far enough. And Fisher will touch it ahead. He was looking for Haverlack. Couldn't get it to him. Baldwin having to chip it up the boards for Merritt. He gave it away in front, and they score! It's Colton St. Clair cashing in on a turnover, and we're tied at 2.
Well, the Gilbert, Arizona native, Colton St. Clair, a kid that's been playing at some high levels, cashing one in there and evening out the score here for the Outlaws, and almost zero emotion here, whether they're doing good, bad, or indifferent. Everyone's focused here on this Outlaws bench, and you can hear them. They're rooting each other on, and they just know it's a 60-minute game, and they came here prepared to play a couple of them.
So quickly rush back ahead. Panetta trying to get it in deep, and the Yeti turning it back out at center. Rush back in by Foster. He drives towards the goal, but couldn't get a shot away. Back behind here. Elmore looks back to the point. A tip in front. Went just wide. Slowly and patiently here. It started ahead for St. Clair. He left it, but it was green jerseys to meet that puck. And Canzanello in, and to save by Palumbo.
I tell you, both goaltenders have pretty much said, you know, if they can see it, they're going to stop it. That's been the truth almost 100% of the time so far in this game. And now with about 5 minutes left to go here, both of these teams are still, like I said, high and flying.
Looks like we're going to have a short timeout here to quickly get some of the snow piled up on the creases, shoveled off here.
How about these great-looking Mountain West Hockey League ice girls here, Kyle? What do you think?
Well, they are getting the job done here so far, so done job for them.
Yeah, definitely, and I tell you, that's just that's definitely one of those things that league president Tom Brown has just brought, and you know, it's it's a little glitz and glamour, it's a little bit of everything, and I'm sure, you know, hey, what person wouldn't want to come to an ice hockey game and see a couple cute girls scooping up some ice? Back up to you.
Just about 5 minutes now to go in the opening frame, and this one touched back to the line. Bouncing puck went wide of the goal. Gathered in by Romero. He plays it off. And trying to return feed, that wouldn't go. Here's Golden. Wraps it back. Taken towards open ice by Dove. He lost the handle on that. Played back in. Palumbo back behind the goal. Leaves it behind. Chance wouldn't go. Looking for Romero. And now play back in. No icing. Palumbo quickly got it out of his own zone. Now Romero trying to Smeagol off the boards. Could not. And this is Wiseman. Out to center. Looks like a 3-on-2 back for the Outlaws, but it's broken up. And Bayer twisting and turning. Now ahead, unable to handle it was Merritt. He looks for Compton, who is behind him, and started ahead by Jake Bayer. He stops, tries to hand it off for Haverlack after taking a shot along the boards. And this one touched along for DeRose, but he can't get it out. Played back to center. And now Fisher. Chipped back in by Haverlack. And the Outlaws will change on the fly here. 3 minutes to go. Taken back here by Walker. He hands it off for St. Clair. Now in the middle, a chance, and Panetta sent it just wide. Back down low for Panetta. And it kicks for Spielman. He chips it back to the corner near the Zamboni doors. And it's taken behind the goal, but hassled off the puck. Panetta doing the work. But the Yeti come back ahead at center with it. Spielman streaking on through, looking for Elmore, and that puck just rolled off his stick. Now a chance ahead. Tipped in on goal, and Gold will stop play.
Well, I think the last few minutes, Kyle, you kind of seen, just the 50-50 battles are absolutely huge in this game. You know, the board battles have been fantastic, and I think the team that, figures the other team out 5-on-5 is easily going to win this game, and that's just my feeling so far. Obviously, all the special teams scoring and whatnot, but it's definitely these board battles and the 5-on-5 play, and both these teams look sharp. They're moving the puck well.
Off the draw, Rydens sending it back behind. Touched along by Eads, back the other way. Turning with this is Allen. Now looking in front. Chance wouldn't go. And it's brought back here by Foster across for Elmore. He's bumped away by Wiseman, and Wiseman following him up the ice and giving him a couple taps on the hands here. Elmore looks like he's trying to get him to go, could not.
Yeah, Weissman and Elmore had a battle going up and down the ice this shift.
Wiseman steps ahead with this. Played back in by Eads as we're into the last 90 seconds of the period. Now at center. A chance here for number 40 on the Yeti. He drops it back to Torella. And a chance for Sands was blocked, and Haverlack moving back in, fakes the shot, skipped off his stick for a moment, and lost it behind the goal, but kept in by Miller. Chipped along, Haverlack in the middle, and a save by Gold.
Yeah, those bounces, those misses, those whiffs, all these things are going to add up, and we're just going to see which side it adds up on, because I tell you, Sands has a shot block. He's the last man back. Normally a player of his high caliber wouldn't do something like that, but then on the other end, obviously the puck going off the stick of Haverlack down there, a costly miss, so we'll see how they respond.
Chance here, St. Clair going to work in the Yeti zone right off the draw. Kept in by Bayer. Kicks around, and pinching in there is Fisher to try to keep it in. All right, now it's Compton. Chopped back in by Panetta, and a chance towards the goal. Panetta knocks it down, and his chance was blocked. And now 20 seconds to go, and racing back ahead with it is Merritt. Merritt cuts to the slot. Save by Palumbo. Now back come the Outlaws, 3-on-2. A chance here, blocked again, and bringing it back. A shot in on Palumbo, but it was an offside, so negating that.
Wow is the only word I can use. This has been a great first period, Kyle. Both teams flying, and the 5-on-5 action when we've had it has been absolutely amazing. A lot of great veteran players here that are just moving the puck so well. And like I said, it's those little mistakes here and again, or those misses, that are probably going to cost somebody something and could be the game. So they're going to just run it out here.
And there we go, letting that 1 second tick off the clock, and we saw a great first period here come with a tied 2-2 score afterward, and teams will go to their respective dressing rooms for a ice cut here between periods, and we'll be back for game 1 of the Mountain West Hockey League final after
Second period action.
All right, that was an exciting period. So the score is 2-2. Here we are with Colton St. Clair, and so you scored a goal. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was good to get it tied up.
Yeah, and then who was your assist?
I kind of just came off the bench. It was a turnover, and I kind of waited till a couple guys on line had to get a really good forward check, and just end up going our way for the bounce.
Nice. Okay, so the team's from Gilbert, Arizona,
Yep.
and you're actually from Gilbert. How does it feel to play for your home team?
Yeah, it's good. It's really fun. I live a mile from the rink, so it's easy to, for games and things like that. So it's really, it's good to be a part of and really fun.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid growing up, it was right there. And then how did it feel to just now be there?
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine it?
No, it's a really good feeling. Playing your whole career, you never know when it's going to end. So it's good I can keep playing.
How about rivals on this team, on the opposite team?
Yeah, I mean, the team's doing really good. I mean, they're a really good, fast team, so it's a good, fast-paced game and fun to be a part of.
And then what do you think, what's the thoughts in the locker room right now going into the next period?
Yeah, obviously we got to limit our mistakes. A couple times, bad play by the D and forwards not back checking. So we just got to work better as a unit and, hopefully come out on top.
Nice, all right, we'll see some more goals from you. Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, honey, I'm home.
When did we get premium cable? We can't afford that.
Ouch.
Sorry, pal.
Hey, Paul, how about a vacation?
Can we afford that?
Yes, we can. At Allegiant, fares are so low, we can afford to go. Think about it.
I'm thinking. Hey, honey, wanna go for a walk?
Sure.
My little saving students, all grown up. It happens so fast. I hope they're wearing sunscreen.
Listen to your wallet and visit Allegiant.com now.
Did you know an FHA mortgage can require as little as 3.5% down for borrowers with credit scores as low as 580? Or that sellers can cover some of the closing costs? To learn more, visit primecaplending.com.
The start of the second period as we're in a tied 2-2 game, and before we start the second, we're going to take it downstairs inside the glass to Adam Steele. What were your thoughts on the first period and going into the second?
Well, I tell you what, this has just been an absolutely amazing, high-flying first period. 13-8 were your shots on goal in favor of Arizona. I mean, they just did an amazing job. If they can keep up that total and keep testing gold on the other end, they're going to be exactly that, gold. So the big keys to the second period is they got to get more physical. The team that's going to get more physical, win those board battles and the 50-50 battles, is the team that's going to take the game. So up to you, Kyle, for the call. Second period, here we go.
And there you have it. Referee Cody Fulweiler just about ready to drop the puck on period number 2. Just we'll check back on Palumbo, one of the goaltenders, and here we go. This is Fisher. He had to play it off and ahead for Bayer. Bayer drops it back for Zach Bayer. Haverleck has it. Tries to walk to the middle. Could not. He ran into a crowd, and it's a chance back here for Elmore. He's been flying in this game so far. And now Jake Bayer behind his own goal. Settles it down for Fisher. Drops it back. And Arizona calmly back ahead, taken away by Spielman. Now Foster. Looks like a tale of two stories right now, with Vail trying to go quickly and Arizona trying to slow things down. And Spielman has it. Takes it in behind. And it's played up the boards. And the Outlaws trying to pick up speed through the middle. Walker hands it off for a chance, and it's Gold Strong with the glove.
Well, I think you said it right off the bat. Arizona trying to set things up a little bit, and the Yeti have just been pestering with the forecheck all game, and they're not going to stop. Sneaking behind them is continuing. The Arizona D got to keep their heads on a swivel.
It sure sets up for what could be a very good series, as that pass wouldn't connect, and it goes for an icing on the Yeti.
Yeah, Ryden's winning the race back there. Give Arizona the offensive zone opportunity, and they've been amazing. Their face-offs, they're easily winning over 75% right now on their draws.
Now back at the line, Ryden's a chance, saved by Gold. It's loose in front, and Arizona couldn't tap it in. Now from the slot, and it's shot back down for another icing on the Yeti, and a scoring chance to start for the Outlaws here in the second.
Well, I couldn't see from my position if the original who took the original shot, but it definitely hit inside and kind of batted around the inside of the pads of Gold. So puck was loose and it got through him, but another opportunity there.
Quick shot handled by Gold off the draw.
Yeah, I think the other big thing is, with the longer changes here as the team switched sides in the second period, and that icing, some of those Yeti players were on the ice for quite a little bit of time. They're getting fresh guys out there now.
Tie up on the draw and taking the support is Kirk Golden. But again, he doesn't gain center, and it's going to be another icing.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. You finally win a draw from a team that hasn't given you any draws, and you're not carrying the puck out of your own zone. You're not carrying the puck to the red line. Again, these are these mistakes that I was talking about earlier. If Arizona can capitalize on these, then they're going to have themselves a heck of a game.
Kicks back to the corner off the draw. This is Panetta towards the goal on a odd angle shot, and Gold was ready for that. And 2 minutes gone. Now in the second. Just getting to this is Dove, and had to watch those sticks from coming over the glass and bumping us here up top.
Yeah, I don't envy your position. Yeah, I might be down on ice level, but, you know, the low stuff will hit me, the high stuff will hit you. But here's a opportunity for the first time in 3 minutes for the Yeti.
Well, we'll see how it goes throughout the weekend. Maybe get ourselves some face masks if it starts getting a little hairy up here.
Don't know if that's in the budget.
As Johnson keeps it in. Tied up down low along the boards. Board battle here. And sweeping it loose is Golden. Now a chance was blocked. Getting it back. Baldwin. Mocked again, and Weber can't clear it. It's Baldwin keeping it in. Weber has it. Tries to get it out. He does, and Baldwin sends it in as Vail makes a change. Canzanello back behind his own goal, leaves it off for Baldwin. Played back in. Canzanello again, as it seems like the pace has slowed a little bit here. And it's flipped back in. Left for Baldwin behind. Chipped ahead. Can't connect with Spielman. And icing is waved off. Fisher wraps it around the boards. And Gerhardt cuts it off. And this is Foster flipping it in. Spielman lost it in his skates. Now touched along. And Fisher throws it on across. Now Gerhardt. And it's slipped ahead. Tapped back in by Justin Elmore. Foster gets to this one. Leaves it behind for Elmore. Chance in front. Wouldn't go. And it's flipped on back by Bayer. Pass couldn't connect for Elmore, and it goes for an icing. Could have been a little bit questionable there.
Well, the play happened so fast there. The linesman was right there to call the line good. The play happened so fast that by the time icing was signaled, he did wave the puck good into the zone, and then obviously had to make the icing call real quick. But I tell you, the big difference I'm seeing, Kyle, from down here is too many stretch passes. The first period was a lot of, quick passes, and they were all within 5 or 10 feet. All the passes now seem to be 40 and 80-foot passes. Big difference in the second period.
Again, this one flipped high, looking for Spielman. He couldn't knock it out of midair. And Canzanello back in his own zone. Drops it back across for Gerhardt. Spielman tried to tip it in. He sent that one off the back of Rydens. Carried back ahead by Canzanello. He holds on to it, puts it in a safe place, but stepping ahead with this one is Wiseman. He looks ahead for Haverlack. It comes in on goal, and he'll hold on to that.
Well, see, there again, Kyle, is it's just amazing. Way too many stretch passes on both sides of the ice here, and, it's passes aren't connecting. They got to be made shorter. A lot of the plays these teams were making in the first period were, the guys that were within 10 feet, and now all these 40 and 80-foot passes just not connecting. But, again, more of those kind of mistakes that we were talking about. We'll see who can capitalize.
Draw one quickly back. Wiseman trying to send it towards the goal. That's off a leg and comes for DeRose. He tries to step on by and was bodied into, and Wiseman can't get it out. Chip back behind for Rydens. He looks ahead. Can't get it to connect for Bayer. Or checked out, it was Panetta. And we're going to have a penalty here.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a kneeing call on Chris Walker there.
We'll see how much time they give him.
Yeah, it was an interesting situation. I think the referee just might not have been in the best situation to look at that play. Walker came back. He played his guy. He played the body really well, I thought. And from my angle, it just kind of looked, a little. I mean, I wouldn't say suspect, but I mean, it just kind of looked like an all right hit. But like I said, the referee's in a different position, saw something different. So another opportunity here for Vail on the power play. Both teams 0 for 2 in that first period. So only special teams goal was the shorthanded one by the Outlaws. So we'll see what happens.
So far, special teams has been a minimal factor here in this game, with Vail getting their third opportunity on the man advantage. They're 0 for 2 on the night so far. Now at the line, Foster just kept it in. Spielman tried to play it down low, but it's played back out. And goal behind his own goal, knocked down as he tried to start the transition ahead. And this is Elmore. Dropped off, but right into enemy territory. And coming back on a 2-on-1, Spielman trying to get back and sent high by, I believe that was St. Clair. Taken in here by Panetta. He steps around his man, but the Outlaws were offside.
Well, I tell you, no fear from this Outlaws team shorthanded. They're still going to run a two-man forecheck, which has kept the Yeti on their heels. I mean, it's really simple. If they hear somebody coming, they cough up the puck, and Arizona knows that. So they just keep sending two guys, regardless of whether they have 5 or 4 on the ice. And all their guys, great skaters, they get back.
Just a little over a minute left on the kill. As this is going to kill more time. Wiseman sending it in. Canzanella leaves it off. And this one shot in around the boards, taken here by Merritt. Merritt behind the goal, tried to flip it along. Wiseman stepped into, he keeps it away from trouble and flips it ahead as Wiseman, he's been very strong on his defensive play tonight. Merritt stepping back in. He's bumped into and played back in by Torella off the pads of Palumbo. Cutting to this is Rydens and tried it ahead. Haverlack couldn't knock it down. And in the last 5 seconds of the power play, Warshawski dropping it off. And the chance looked like it rolled off a leg in front. Played ahead here, Chris Walker fresh out of the penalty box. He's met by a couple of green jerseys, but Haverlack watching behind him now surveys and takes it back behind, looking back for Fisher. He couldn't handle it, and Bayer has to take it back in his own zone. St. Clair deals it along for Walker. He rushes ahead, looking to hand off for Bayer. That was broken up, and now the Yeti back with a chance here. Holding on to it, now finally across for Merritt. It looked like it was tipped out of play.
Well, both these teams, I feel, settling down a little bit. They're kind of, and I don't know if they can hear me between the benches, but starting to make smarter plays, easier passes, and some of the plays are starting to work. Obviously, Vail had a little bit more room in the last few minutes with that man advantage.
Dropped off here for Johnson, a chance towards the goal, and a save by Palumbo. Now again, here's a shot, and that directed off of something in front, and Fisher didn't know where it was for a second. Now kicks it ahead, and that was Baldwin losing an edge at center ice, but Nothing comes of that, and quickly back with numbers here. A chance in front. They score, and the Yeti are on the board first here in the second period. They continue to get the lead back. It's 3-2.
Yeah, I tell you, the defensemen for the Outcasts have been a little more active than they should have been in the last few shifts and stepping up. And that point, unfortunately, it was Chris Walker thinking the play was going to go the correct way, and unfortunately it did not. Just a bad bounce of the puck there will cost you a 3-on-1 advantage, and then bing, bang, boom, and there's Foster popping one in there.
So now chasing the game again are the Outlaws as they try to tie it for what could be the third time. As they've continued to go down by one, and there it is. They score on a one-timer in front, and we're tied at 3. I believe it was John Eads who gets it.
Yeah, not bad. He actually looked like I think he blew a tire at some point, and Yeti just said, he's down. We don't have to worry about him. And I tell you, very, very, easy for you to find a wide open guy in this league. A lot of great professional players here out on the ice, just making a solid play to get him back even. And like I said, the demeanor on this Arizona club, very professional. It didn't matter. They were down a goal. They're just going to keep playing. So they know there's 30 minutes left in this game, and they're going to play 30 minutes of it.
No icing. It is Foster from Elmore and Johnson coming at 10:39 to play in period 2. And Sands. Here is Sands. Now chip back in. Wiseman in the corner. And it's flipped on across. Carried in with a chance was Eads. He's looking for more as it went just wide. Dove with this one. Hoists it ahead but knocked down. And going back to collect this is Sands. Spielman turns back, throws that one towards the goal, but it went high and wide. To center. Foster plays it ahead. Now Elmore with a chance. Saved by Palumbo. As this is flipped out to center. Touched along. Foster trying to catch up to it. Elmore looks in front. Saved by Palumbo. And no further play here. Just under 9 minutes to play in period 2. And we're going to have another short stoppage here for the ice to be cleaned up a little bit. And we're going to send it to Adam Steele.
All right, sounds good. Well, Adam Steele here inside the glass. I tell you, this forecheck from both of these teams has been absolutely relentless. Both these teams have not stopped pressuring each other, and it's causing these teams to make longer passes. Both of these teams trying to adjust to each other right now, so we'll see how they adjust. I think the biggest key right now is both of these defensemen, both on the Outcasts and the Yeti, have to keep taking looks behind themselves to see what's going on, because both these teams being sneaky, we'll see what happens.
As we quickly resume play in this one, now a chance in the corner, broken up, but held in by Zach Bayer. That one flown just wide, and Foster up the boards, but kept by Fisher towards the goal, and a save by Gold.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the one thing that hasn't stopped. I mean, with over 20 shots in the first period between both teams, they're obviously beating that pace right now. So, I mean, both of these teams know that it's going to take goals to win, and no one's afraid to shoot.
Here's a chance for Fisher, and Gold holds on to that. Saw it all the way. And the Outlaws are going to sneak Chris Walker out there, and Walker gets it in the shooting hole and sent it just wide. Now for Panetta. He tried to get it towards the front. It's swept away, but kept in by Fisher. Skips around the boards to the corner. Played up ahead by Spielman. And Walker touches it ahead. Short passes here. St. Clair jumps to the middle. Now looks in front for Walker. And a save by Gold. He got out to challenge that just in time.
I'm not sure if that's something they meant to do, but Walker kind of walked across. St. Clair saw the opportunity for the screen there, found some time and space, and was able to set up a great play there by the Outlaws.
Just past 8 minutes to play in the second period now. As off the draw, it's lifted back ahead. And walked on here by, looks like, Scott Beal. St. Clair bodying into his man. Now to the corner, Rydens. Back for Wiseman. Now it's played across here. St. Clair walking to the middle again, leaves it off. And now in front for Haverlack. And Vale all over him, as it seems Mr. Justin Haverlack hasn't had much space to work with here tonight.
No, but I tell you, I mean, right there, there's a couple of great plays in the last two shifts by St. Clair. So he's had a lot of room to move. He's been doing great maneuvering, and I tell you, the active defenseman of the Outlaws has definitely been pushing some plays forward, and now you're going to see Walker step up to forward now. Interesting.
So a bouncing puck at neutral ice. St. Clair trying to go back in. Now this is Walker feeding it up for St. Clair, and they score. A tap in front for Colton St. Clair, and the Outlaws have their first lead of the game. It's 4-3.
Well, how about that? I mean, you know, Walker took that questionable call a little bit earlier, and he's been looking for some payback, and, you know, honestly, that works. Move him up to forward, give him a chance to get one back for the boys, and, hey, why not? St. Clair's had some opportunities, and why not the two of them?
Looks like they've been paying so much attention to Haverlack that it's creating space for other players. So the Outlaws going to try to cut back here for more, but it's Baldwin. Sends it ahead, but away from its intended target. Now Eads with a chance, save, rebound, and another save by Gold. Trying to catch up to this is Romero. He was hauled up, and this is Foster. Watched by Bayer, hands it off, and Elmore fanned on the shot. Now Spielman walks to the middle, and not sure if that hit bar or not. As this is Elmore wrapping it back down low. Hoisted high by Fisher, knocked down by Baldwin. He tries to scale back in. Fisher across to his defensive partner in Zach Bayer. And now he starts to break out ahead. That took a funny hop away from Romero. And this is Johnson. New set of forwards on for the Yeti as it's tipped in by Compton. He goes into the forecheck. And Wiseman, who's been strong on his skates the whole night. And he's been out there for a long time for the Outlaws, but here we go. He turns it over, and a chance wouldn't go. Now again to the front of the goal, and Wiseman sweeps it away. But it will go for an icing as Gerhardt wins the race.
Well, how about that back check by Panetta right there? I mean, racing all the way back, and everyone kind of thought the play was completely broken, and there's a Yeti breakaway, and Dom Panetta comes all the way back there and just finally gets a stick on him that causes him to lose control. But I think, again, both the teams are starting to throw these long passes, Kyle. It's not working.
Well, the evidence for that is we've got less goal scoring in this period, not by much, but just far less chances here in this period than there were the last. As Wiseman quickly off the boards and out to center. St. Clair rushing back ahead with space, takes it wide. Now looks back to the line. A chance that fluttered just wide. Now back to the line for Bayer. He couldn't get that shot off, as this is Panetta stepped into, and he gives a little extra shots back to Sands. Now Dove with a chance here. He was looking high, and he couldn't hit the goal. Now Canzanella peeling back and flipped it off the glass. Now St. Clair. Walker for St. Clair. Touches it back to the blue line for Rydens. Haverleck. Battle along the boards, coming away with it is Foster. And this is Golden, stepped into by Walker, but the Yeti have it back, and a chance in front. They score. It's Dalton Spielman, and once again, tied at 4.
Well, it just goes to show you step in, you shoot the puck, anything can happen. I mean, I hate to put anybody down, but Palumbo's got to stop that puck. I mean, it's any one of these guys that's going to shoot at this level. A goaltender's got to be able to stop things, and I think that's kind of costly there for the Outlaws.
.334 to play in period 2. Interesting there. Palumbo seems like a very big guy, but
strong goalie, yeah.
Puck seems to be going through him at the moment.
Well, another mistake here by the Yeti. I mean, they must have at least 8 or 9 icings in this game already, and just personally giving away the puck like that is just not smart. And Arizona's taking advantage of a couple. They obviously can take advantage of one here.
Guys got to go across to the other side. Oh, now they recognize where the draw is going to be. As Foster moves over to take the draw with Haverlack. Fisher touches it back for Walker, and his chance is blocked to the netting.
Well, neither team giving up, forechecking wise right there. Spielman comes off the draw, and he's going right up to the defenseman. I mean, that's all these guys are doing is just pressuring the puck, getting these guys to make these weird passes, bad passes, longer passes. It works.
Now Walker trying to take it off the draw, but he ran into trouble, and this is Spielman walking ahead, and he scores. It's another one that's chipped over the shoulder of Palumbo, and the Yeti regained the lead. It's another lead change to make it 5-4.
Wow, just an amazing play right there. How did Spielman know? That was totally a blind play right there. And it just came down from, the mistake. They just made sure they tried to control the draw, find out a way to get possession, get the puck to the right people. And all they've been doing, both of these teams, trying to sneak somebody behind somebody. And that blind play, once again, works for the Yeti. Kudos to them.
And it looks like Spielman, he's got 2 goals in 30 seconds?
About that, yeah.
changing the dynamic of the game. Now carried back in by Matt Merritt. Merritt to the corner. He's put down by Matt Rydens. As it looks like the Outlaws trying to ramp up the physical play to try to counter this.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to keep up the physical play. I mean, the forechecks from both teams, like we said, are just absolutely relentless, and they're trying to stop them. I mean, basically saying, hey, you want to come down here forecheck? We're going to put you into the glass. We'll see if it stops them.
Off the draw, it's taken back quickly ahead by the Outlaws. Lost at the blue line, but regathered in here by Panetta. Panetta with a chance. He fired it just wide. It kicks around for Wiseman. Now Panetta touches it back. Walking in was Rydens. What a save by Gold. Now back to the line. Rydens to the corner. Wheeling it out in front was Panetta. Now St. Clair. He sent that one wide. Outlaws buzzing here in the zone for at a time, but now it's rushed back ahead by Compton. Drops it off for Johnson. He takes it behind, tries to drop it off, but Rydens is there for the Outlaws, and it's out to center. Orshowski back in. Wiseman takes it behind here. Haverlack nearly turned it over. And Rydens played back for Wiseman. He flips ahead, cut off by Canzanello. And now Haverlack, they're quickly on him. And Sands here, stops, goes back for Canzanello. Too far in front for Dove. Baldwin and Canzanello now in behind. Touches it along for Golden. Golden in here with a chance. It was slowed up, and Palumbo gathers that one in.
Well, I tell you, interesting. Arizona's been running this two-man forecheck for quite a while, and the one time that they don't gives the Yeti an opportunity to break out there and have a rush up the ice. Again, these little things, these little mistakes have now cost another opportunity for the guys in green, and just within 30 seconds, the lead could change real quick.
Looks like some stick jockeying off the draw between Elmore, and can't quite see who that is for the Outlaws. And next to him looks like actually Walker.
Yeah, it's either Walker or Suitors. I wasn't sure exactly. I can't see from my position.
And this is Gerhardt, a chance. Thrown just wide of the goal. Slowly ahead, another stretch pass tipped in by Spielman. That was Elmore who couldn't get to it, and now Canzanello. Flipped ahead. Touch back in, and it will go for an icing on the Outlaws. Just listening to the bench up here, they seem like a little voice of frustration from the Arizona Outlaws. 39 seconds to play in period 2. Off the draw, Gerhardt, a chance that went just wide. Chipped along by C.J. Weber. And Walker couldn't step back in. Weber has it back, tries to get it ahead for Walker late in the period. This one sent back along for Spielman. Touched on for Foster. He looks in front, now puts one on goal, and Palumbo left a juicy rebound off to the side. It was cleaned up by the Outlaws and played back in by Elmore, and that will do it for period number 2. As we have the Val Yeti ahead after 2 periods, 5-4 here in game 1 of the Mountain West Hockey League Final Championship Series. As we'll be back for the 3rd period after this brief intermission.
from the second period, and we've got John Eads here from the Arizona Outlaws. How are you doing?
We're doing all right. Not as good as we hope, but we'll get there third period.
What are you talking about? You just scored a goal. You were doing amazing. That was a great goal. Did anyone assist? How'd it go?
Well, we got a little bit behind the defense, which was good. And Romero did a good cross-ice pass and one-timer, and luckily went in. But we need to get a few more to the third period to hopefully win this thing.
All right, so what was the talk in the locker room between the last period?
Well, first period was terrible. It was definitely our worst period of the probably our season. Second period was a little better, but we got to come out third period and do a lot better.
And how was the bus ride over? What were you thinking?
We all came differently. So some came last night, some came this morning, some came 30 minutes before the game. We were all over the place. So.
I mean, but this is exciting. It's your first time here, the Mountain West, the Cup. I mean, this is huge, yeah?
It is. So we just got to calm down a little bit and give it to them in the third.
So tell me some of your career highlights.
I don't got any.
Oh, come on.
Nah, I mean, just played ASU for a little while, ASU D1, and ended up here, so.
Yeah, you have a lot of teammates on here from school, huh?
We do. We have a lot from ASU. We got a few from North Dakota and a few from other NCAA teams, so.
And then how about best advice from one of your coaches?
Oh, we got Sam Johnson over there, head coach. He just said, go hard, boys. That's all he said.
Well, enough said. All right, good. Thank you, and good job out there. We've got Dalton Spielman and from the Yetties. How's it going?
I'm a little tired. It's getting a little late here, but we're having a good time, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, you've done a lot of good action out there, so talk about the goals.
Well, we've got a couple good ones. The fifth one was nice just because it was a good play by Elmo. Just threw the puck. I knew they had control of it and started going, and I was able to beat off a couple guys and beat the goalie. So it was a good play all around, good win off the faceoff draw, and happy I got it home.
So what's the talk like in the locker room? What are you guys discussing between periods?
Just to keep our heads. You know, this is a playoff weekend. Emotions are running high. Making sure we're playing hard and keeping our heads in the game and not doing anything stupid. So we're doing so good so far, keeping out of the penalty box, and we're having a good game.
So you guys won this in 2014. How bad do you want it again?
Well, I wasn't on the team then, but I can tell you in the locker room, everybody's all about it. We're looking forward to hopefully bringing home the cup again for another year.
So let's talk about your career highlights.
I played out east in Division I at the University of New Hampshire. I had to quit playing hockey professionally and after college due to injury. But now I'm here playing, having a good time, just enjoying life after hockey. So.
Nice, life after hockey. What are you talking about? You're doing great. You're scoring goals. The team, excellent job. Who do you think on the team is MVP this year?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a couple guys. You can go with our goalie, Spencer Gold. You can go with their captain, Billy Foster. I almost put the puck in the net plenty this year, so there's a lot of guys that are worthy of it.
Yeah, you guys are doing great. Excellent. Any rivals on the other team?
I don't know them actually very well, but they have some good players. They have 9 and 10. There's some really good hockey players, and they're hard to play against. So it's a good game. I'm looking forward to the third, and hopefully getting the win tonight.
All right, thank you. Good job. Thank you. All right, we are back in Las Vegas at the SoBe Ice Arena with the beautiful Ice Girls. So let's meet the girls, shall we?
Thank you. Hi, I'm JJ.
I'm Crystal. Gorgeous. Where are you girls from?
Los Angeles.
Orange County. So you're the Ice Girls for which team?
We usually skate with the San Diego Skates, neutral territory, but today we're here with the MWHL.
Representing the Mountain West Hockey League here at the finals, which is exciting. A lot of action. It's tight right now. It's 4-5. Back home, how did your the skates do? San Diego Skates?
They skated hard. There was blood on the ice. Everybody had fun, and nobody went home with any major head injuries.
So it was a good show, and maybe we'll see them here next year. What do you say?
For sure.
Okay, so Crystal, you're a professional NHL ice girl, correct? What team did you play for?
Oh, the Anaheim Ducks.
Great. And how are your Ducks doing this season?
Well, they're in the playoffs right now, round 2.
Not,
Not looking too hot with the Oilers right now, though.
All right, let's hear, what does it take to be a beautiful ice girl? What are our rehearsals like, practices, all that stuff?
Wait, what?
To be an ice girl, all of us want to be an ice girl, so to be an ice girl, what do we have to do? What do those little girls out there have to prepare for to try and be a beautiful ice girl?
Skate. Skate your heart out. Learn how to skate. Get skating lessons. Smile. It's like a pageant on the ice.
That's right, you're both hockey players, correct?
This is a long list. You really have to love hockey and love skating, and the rest of it's just having fun.
Beautiful. All right, wonderful. Thanks, girls.
Thank you, Angela.
Enjoy the rest of the game. Woo!
Hey, honey, I'm home. When did we get premium cable? We can't afford that.
Ouch.
Sorry, pal.
Hey, Paul, how about a vacation?
Can we afford that?
Yes, we can. At Allegiant, fares are so low, we can afford to go. Think about it.
I'm thinking. Hey, honey, wanna go for a walk?
Sure.
My little savings students, all grown up. It happened so fast. I hope they're wearing sunscreen.
Listen to your wallet and visit Allegiant.com now.
If you want to buy a home in California, but high prices are making it hard to find a loan, the Fannie Mae High Balance Mortgage may be right for you. Learn more at primecaplending.com.
All right, well, we're back for the start of the third now in this 5-4 game, being led by the Yeti as it's hoisted ahead for Elmore, but too far, and it starts with an icing on the Yeti.
Well, faster ice, you got a new sheet here, and still the Yeti just keep trying to throw those stretch passes, and, stuff like that doesn't work. So we'll see what happens here. But shots are pretty even. We got, the Yeti outshot the Outlaws that last period. So, lots of shots.
Chance quickly off the draw there. That was handled by Gold. And Elmore will carry it ahead. Dropped it off for Foster. Foster walking in with a chance, and they score. Looks like it was Foster who just tucked it into a very small hole between the Palumbo's pad and the post, and it's 6-4.
Well, obviously the appeal was pretty evident to the referee about whether that had crossed the goal line or not. Just, hearing some few words here from the Arizona bench, they don't care. They just know they got to keep playing. There's lots of game left.
Chance tapped across, and this is Wiseman walking in. Stopped and held by Gold.
Well, great response there. Just go down the ice, get a shot. Shots equal goals. Just got to keep shooting. The more you shoot, the more you have an opportunity to put it by Gold.
Taken in there by Marchowski, and the shot was turned aside by Gold. Now, chance back the other way. Palumbo tried to steer it aside, couldn't. Baldwin had it swept away. And icing way back as Tarala tracks it back. Given away. Bayer with a chance in front, and they score. It's Justin Haverlack tipping it in at the side of the goal, and now 6-5.
Well, welcome to the game. Leading scorer in the league, the guy that they've been shutting down for 2 periods, and the one time you forget about him, he puts one in. So, again, very, very professional atmosphere over here, and Arizona just not worried at all. Yeti, same thing. They're all kind of just, they just know it's a game, and they just got to keep playing. Very professional squads here.
Played back in, and this is held by Palumbo. Just about 2 minutes into the third. And it's been a tight one down the stretch since the opening draw.
Yeah, only other time these guys met was right in the middle of the regular season. 8-6 game.
Turned aside by Palumbo. Looks like a player got tangled up with the linesman down on the Yeti bench. And
yeah, unfortunately, the linesman tried to grab the penalty box there and got twisted around a little bit. So play got stopped there as all the players kind of fell like dominoes. So the Vail trainer was right there just to check him out. It looks like he just needs a moment, and he'll be ready to go back out there and face some action again.
Well, it just goes to show you hockey's a sport where everyone out there is a tough guy, even the ones who don the stripes. And back underway here. Walker chips it ahead for St. Clair. And there's a chance for Walker. Out, win and go. Now Fisher across. St. Clair drops it off for Walker. He walks in, tries to sneak on by. Now St. Clair for him. Back across for Panetta. He walks in, and it wouldn't go. Blocked up into the netting.
Yeah, it ended up deflecting off the defenseman in front. Walker tried to set up a screen there. Spencer Goldie, goaltender for the Yeti, just, couldn't really see it. And just a great play set up by Arizona there. Another good opportunity and another offensive draw.
Hoisted off the glass and out into neutral ice now. Delta cross for Bayer. Bayer throws it back in. Taken back here by Canzanello in his own zone. He flips it high. Cut off by Rydens and thrown back for Walker. Now Foster gets it out to center. Chip back in. St. Clair turning back with it. Deals it off for Panetta. He tries to walk in, couldn't. This one off the glass and back into the corner now. It's Canzanello. Moves it ahead for Spielman. Spielman cutting into the backhand save by Palumbo. Now Bayer tries to step around his man, couldn't. And out to the line, Wiseman, shot blocked. Now another chance back in front. Gold might have gotten a pad on that. Now Wiseman will race back for this. Throws it back to the corner. Back around for Wiseman. He plays it ahead for Havrelak. Steps on by. Wiseman ahead. And Bayer leaves it off for a streaking Havrelak. Havrelak through the middle, and the save by Gold.
Well, I tell you, Kyle, it's been an interesting first few minutes here for these two teams. One is, the Yetis still resorting. They're being pressured. They're throwing those long plays and passes there. Arizona's done an amazing job controlling the puck, which is something we really haven't seen too much of here in this game. So they've really been taking their time and focusing on, their regroups, focusing on their breakouts, and just trying to find some seams inside the in the Yeti. And when the Yeti do have the puck, they are still pressuring two men, which is perfect because it is forcing the Yeti to essentially throw the puck away. So definitely an advantage to the Outlaws here in the opening minutes of this third period.
Just another break in the action here. Just a reminder, Game 2 of the MWHL Finals will be back here inside the Sobe Arena at 4:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can catch the action for that. And back to resume game number 1. Tarella. And out. Fisher across. And carried back in by Bayer. Now the Yeti back in. Behind the goal. Sands lost it. Tied up with Fisher, and he's trying to avoid a hooking penalty, dropping his stick. But the Yeti come out in front, and it wouldn't go. Tarella back for Dove. His chance. Squibs on through, and Palumbo holds on to that.
Well, it's pretty much the first time that Vail has really had an opportunity in the offensive zone with possession and control. And, obviously the board battles were being won by the guys in green, and, things were going good for Vail. So Arizona's got to pick it up. They've been great on draws, so hopefully they get one here.
Gerhardt at center. Lost the handle. And this is Wiseman activating on the defense. A shot turned aside by Gold. And this one flipped high. Knocked down by Wiseman. He looks across. And now for Dom Panetta. Panetta slowly takes it behind. Now around the other side. Chopped back by Canzanello. And getting to this for the Yeti is Spielman. Behind the goal now. Started ahead. Spielman couldn't handle that cleanly. And this is Walker leaving it behind in the Yeti zone. Ryden's getting to this. Sent one on goal. Kicked out with the pad by Gold. Now sent across and kept in by Zach Bayer. Elmore has it. Shovels it back behind. Ryden's over for it. His shot off a leg in front. Panetta was dumped in front of the goal crease, and we're going to have a penalty on the Yeti.
Yeah, cross-check in front of that net. I couldn't see who the Vail player was, but definitely the physical play is going to start picking up now between these two teams as, just a couple of bad hits and a couple of, obviously, a dopey one right here by Gerhardt that's going to cost a power play here, and a great opportunity here as both teams 0 for on the power play. The Outlaws have a great opportunity to try and tie the game now.
Gerhardt will sit for 2 minutes. And the Outlaws back to the man advantage. As we're just about almost at 1 a.m. here on the Pacific West Coast. And this is St. Clair in front, saved by Long. That was Gold, and he holds on to that.
Well, just as they did on their last couple power plays here, they send out a forward unit, and they use one of their forwards in St. Clair as one of their defensemen. So they have 4 really good guys here that know how to move the puck on this unit for the Outlaws.
Haverlack wins the draw straight back to Fisher, and St. Clair a chance. Looks like Gold didn't see that one, or might have took a bounce in front of him. Now Jake Bayer looking back across. St. Clair chance was blocked, and it's hoisted into the netting. Would we get a delay game penalty for this? Looks like no.
No, that is an NHL rule. They don't do that here in the Mountain West League.
Well, just clarifying, as it looked like Haverlack's arm was up as it's dropped back to him in the corner. Hoisted along for Fisher. He gets it back for Walker, who steps into one and blasted it just wide, possibly looking for a tip in front. Haverlack stepped into by Baldwin. Now Haverlack has it in front and couldn't get it to go. For Haverlack down low. Now Bayer backhand save by Gold. Another chance for St. Clair was blocked. Now Fisher and Walker sent it high. Fisher looks down low. Bayer sneaking in. He deals it back for Walker. And Fisher, shot was blocked. Back out to the line. A chance for St. Clair was turned aside by Gold. 15 seconds left in this power play as Walker towards the goal. It changed direction in front and went wide. Now Fisher across. Here's St. Clair for Fisher, and a save by Gold. Now in front again. Bayer takes it behind, lifts it out in front. Walker couldn't handle it cleanly, and it's poked ahead, and Spielman, just as the Yeti returned to full strength, has a chance in and sent it off the goalpost. Now chip back in. Frantic pace here in the third. As this is Fisher. Oh, got to be careful there as the Outlaws were changing, and Johnson playing it back in. Surveying is Zach Bayer. Now Wiseman for Bayer. And it kicks for Spielman, who drops it off for Elmore. He sends it back around. Wiseman getting over to this. And we've got a battle for puck possession, but now Wiseman steps ahead with it. He lost the handle to Elmore, who gets it in and throws it wide. Now Merritt stepping in here, and it's Zach Bayer who controls it behind the goal. Bayer drops it back for Wiseman. And now back ahead. Stepping along with this one is Panetta, and it's into the netting, and play is brought to a halt with 10 minutes to play in the third.
Wow, just both teams picking it up. I mean, forecheck-wise, offensive zone-wise, everything just getting picked up now. This last 10 minutes here, neither one of these benches shortening up at all. They're going to still roll 2 and 3 lines through this game, and both these teams are ready to play these next 10 minutes hard.
Haverlack centering Mantello, and can't quite see the numbers on the other wing there. But now it's Dove, who lost it, but Sands plays it back in. Now Wiseman. Stepping into him was Dove. He was pulled down, but no penalty as Mantello got ahead for Haverlack. He has a chance here, and it looks like he sent it into the netting as he pulls his head back in frustration there.
Actually, face-off will stay down low. It actually went off of the goaltender there. Looks like Spencer got a piece of that.
Tie up on the draw. This is flipped ahead by Baldwin. Now Compton stopping up. Tried to throw it in front. Could not. Dropped off here. Wiseman ahead for St. Clair. St. Clair drops it back. And a chance for Walker wouldn't go. It comes down low and is taken back behind and flipped along for Merritt. Now, 2-on-1 develops here. Flipped across, back again. It's still loose, and Johnson with it, and he threw that one wide. Chance back for Jake Bayer. He puts on the brakes, throws it back for Walker. Now Bayer looking for Walker, and now it's Elmore who scampers ahead with this. Elmore has Foster. He's going to let it go, and he sent that one wide. Now Bayer taken away now, and it's Foster. Dropped off for Spielman with a chance, and a save by Palumbo.
Well, I tell you, that was a really crazy set of events there. The Yeti had that eventual 2-on-1 break right there, and they were actually looking to change. And because they didn't, the Outlaws come all the way back up the ice, have a couple good opportunities, and some of the Yeti guys got stuck out on the ice for quite a long time right there. So the Outlaws unable to convert on that type of opportunity, but they're not stopping. They are as the Yeti. They're both relentless kind of squads. They're both going to keep forechecking. They're both going to keep shooting and do whatever they can or whatever's necessary to put some more goals up on the board. And the Outlaws do need one to tie it. So we got interesting defensive zone draw here. Let's see what they do.
And now looks like we're hitting the 1 o'clock a.m. time here on the Pacific West Coast, as this game has gone late into the night due to a little bit of a hold-up to start, as Palumbo holds on to that. Eight minutes to go in the third. Yetis still lead by a score of 6-5 as Foster wins it back. Chance kicked out with the pad by Palumbo and left for Fisher. Now ahead, Haverleck chips it in. And interesting that it's going to go for an icing on the Outlaws.
Well, you got to remember the puck was still touched on this side of the red line, so that's unfortunately still icing, but they're winning in draws pretty much by a 3-1 margin right now. So I don't think Arizona should have a problem. They've been winning the draws.
Now comes back here for Fisher. Fisher along for Bayer. He took a bump and keeps going, Jake Bayer. Now this is Zach Bayer. Back at center for Fisher. He goes off the boards with it and back in. See if the Yeti try to buckle it down defensively here in the final 7 minutes, as it's chipped in and Fisher will collect it back in his own zone. And it's ahead, and well, there we go. Hoists it back in by Golden. Back in again. And now carried back by Dom Panetta, trying to get it going here. St. Clair back for Panetta. Comes in on Gold. And
there's going to be a hooking foul.
There we go. A penalty to the Yeti.
Yeah, it'll be number 15, Kyle Dove, taking a seat there, coming back and pretty much giving Panetta a hard time there, and stopped him from getting that scoring opportunity. And they will go back to the power play.
Another opportunity to try to tie the game up here late in the game, as Wiseman, now Walker, St. Clair gets it back, plays it along, and Panetta. Now St. Clair drops off for Panetta. St. Clair in the corner. Walker loads up, and it went off a body in front and kept in by Wiseman, as it's Walker. Walker with this. Back down low. Now a chance in front. Saved by Gold. Coming off the stick of St. Clair. And it's cleared back down with a minute left in the penalty.
I don't think I've seen a team take that many chances on the goal line, and Arizona has just been amazing trying to get that backdoor shot, and they've hit the net pretty much every single time.
Now Wiseman turns it over. Golden a chance in front, and fanning on the shot was Spielman. As this is Walker taking it ahead. Walker tried to cut to the middle, was slowed up, and Baldwin sends that one back. Palumbo, now 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Haverlack at center, deals it off, and this is Romero twisting back in. Hands it back for Haverlack. Now Walker spinning away. Walker holding on with a chance in front. A rebound was there for a moment, but it's taken and flipped back in, and the Yeti have successfully killed off another. Now St. Clair throws it ahead for Romero. Romero turning away with this. He's knocked down by Altenreich, and this is Spielman ahead. Spielman in front, and they score. It's a tap in for Justin Elmore, who extends the lead to 7-5, and it's a goal coming at 4:29 to play in the third.
Well, a couple of opportunities at the end of that power play, and then that one at even strength right there. It just came down to too much individuality. They really have to move the puck, keep the puck deep, or get the puck to another guy in a white sweater, because it just came down to too many individual efforts, and not moving the puck to easily cost the Outlaws right there. And they're going to take a timeout to discuss it with 4:29 left here.
So we'll take it back down, be inside the glass, and with 4:29 to play in the third, was that a pretty big goal to extend the lead to 2?
Well, I think everyone can agree with that one, Kyle. It just comes down to one thing. These Outlaws are a shooting team. They love to shoot the puck, so all they got to do is go back to that. I mean, that's the lone thing that they need to worry about right now, is they can only get one. That's the key right now. You can only get one. So they just want to set something up, and they're talking here during the timeout about just calming down. They know they have 4:29 left. They know they could score 2 goals in 4 minutes and 29 seconds. They just got to break the ice with that first one. So back up to you for the call.
We'll see if they can get it done here in game 1, trying to avoid an 0-1 series deficit and a must-win situation tomorrow afternoon. Of course, no one wants to be faced with that, but it is the reality in a 3-game series.
Yeah, they're not going to stop shooting. They're very resilient squad here, the guys in white.
And so the Outlaws have it, but quickly lose it as Spielman drops it back, and it's flipped back in behind the goal. Now Fisher turning it along, but Elmore cuts it off and plays it back around for Spielman at the other side. Leaves it in the corner as Foster gets to it. The Yeti beating the Outlaws to all the loose pucks right now, and Elmore and Foster creating some offense here late in the third. Now St. Clair back ahead with this, drops it off, and Foster again gets there and sends it ahead for Spielman. He walks to the middle, Foster cutting, and he couldn't get a clean shot away. Now Walker sends it to center. Punch back in on Palumbo. He sends it aside. And this is moved up ahead for Weber. Weber's barreling back in, and Canzanello plays it off the boards and back out. And it's taken away from Wiseman as Dove quickly caught on the back check. And this is sent across. 3 minutes to play in the third. Played in deep. Around, and Sands will get there first, met by Wiseman. He just keeps it hemmed in there along the corner and chipped loose. Won't watch out there as it's played back in.
I mean, you have to watch out up there.
And here's a break back for Merritt, and he scores. It's 8-5.
Well, a couple of very bad defensive mistakes, unfortunately, for the Outlaws here have just cost them. Too much north and not enough south, as they say. It's, they're not focusing on the weak side of the puck, and they're not watching for all these straggling green jerseys that are appearing what they think is out of nowhere. But
And this is Wiseman, and now Panetta a chance, and it's held by Gold. So,
well, a little get-together in front there.
Oh, and it's Wiseman toppling down. Can't quite see who the Yeti player is on top of him. Looks
like Elmore.
Yeah, it is Elmore. I can see the 12 now, and both linesmen have a hold of the two players. Those are two important players for each team. Wiseman on the back end for the Outlaws, and Elmore on the front side for the Yeti, both taking a seat and settling their emotions down here.
Well, it's just kind of interesting. Arizona has been the more physical team, and then all of a sudden, Vail now with the lead, they become more physical. So it's been interesting, shall we say, that all of a sudden the Vail's more physical play picks up as they got the lead. So could, again, carry over or be a tactic for tomorrow.
Bayer has it along the blue line. He walks the blue line and was able to keep it from coming out. Now it comes along here for Zach Bayer. Flip back behind it, behind the goal. And this is Bayer from the line, walks in, and his chance hit a body in front and caroms to the corner. Now Foster plays it behind, flips it ahead. Ryden's trying to keep, then lost his footing, and now it comes back to neutral ice. Here's Baldwin. Haverleck back in. Baldwin for Foster. Plays it ahead as Fisher goes back for this one as we approach the final minute of play in this game. Bayer too far for Haverleck, and it's off a member of the Outlaw bench area, so play is stopped.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens in this last minute. Doesn't look like the Outlaws are going to be pulling Palumbo, try and get at least one or two, but just try and stand strong here for the last minute. It looks like the guys in white, and for Vail, they've been sort of sending a message here around the glass. So we'll see what happens in this last minute.
Flipped into the netting by Dan Alton-Wright.
And there's a lot of chatter going on in front of the Vail bench right now as Zach Bayer from the Outlaws is having a fantastic discussion, I guess you could say, with some stick pointing, some finger pointing, and a lot of other kinds of, shall we say, verbiage.
Now here's Fisher walking in with a chance, and he sent it high, but it comes around for Bayer. Fisher again, saved by Gold. Back to the line, Bayer towards the goal, but it was high. Kick back behind. And what do we have here? Is it a penalty on?
Yeah, it's going to be against the Outlaws there. A little undisciplined play there as one of the Vail defensemen was kind of pushing on Mantello, and unfortunately he looked like, let's just say he didn't like getting his helmet pushed down and went after somebody.
Could just be an issue of frustration here, as that could lead to some negative play.
Not only that, we do have a secondary call there. Just kind of as the play was ending, the referee's going to also send off Jake Weissman for slashing.
So 30 seconds to go, and the stick comes up on Spielman, and it will be another penalty to the Outlaws.
Yeah, that one, I would say obvious yet accidental. He was just trying to get underneath them, but we'll see how it gets called. If any blood was drawn, there'd be an additional minor on that particular call.
And it looks like it's on.
So it's going to be a 4-minute call there, Kyle.
Double minor here, only with 23 seconds to play in the game. And this is Walker stepping ahead off the draw. Now Foster and Gerhardt. Walker here with it. Baldwin, and here we go. We got some pleasantries between Foster and Miller, and Foster just says, I've had enough of that, and starts throwing haymakers with Miller. Just looks more like a wrestling match right now, as each one trying to get their hands free, and Foster got a shot in there, but eventually lost his footing as Miller topples over.
Yeah, I think Miller had enough, and he just decided to take him down right there. Frustration setting in a little bit for both sides, and both these guys will be sent for, I guess you could say, a 5-second early shower as we head to the last few seconds here. And I'm sure both of these guys, and now mind you, both these guys are captains of their teams too, so I'm sure they're trying to send any sort of message that they can, to both sides and to their teammates. They're not going to back down, and they're going to do whatever it takes. So this could set up for something interesting as far as the game tomorrow.
Well, and as we get into tomorrow now, it's going to be a 1-0 series lead for the Vail Yeti. And game 2 will be back here inside the Sobe Arena in Las Vegas, starting at, we remind you, at 4:15 p.m. Pacific time. So we welcome you to tune into that. And the Vail Yeti, it's official. They inch a step closer to that MWHL Cup Championship with a win here tonight, 8-5 over the Arizona Outlaws, setting up what could be a very interesting matchup tomorrow afternoon. And before we send it off, Mr. Stio, do you have any concluding comments yourself?
Well, it comes down to one thing. It's all about the battles. Any kind of battle that you're looking at, whether it's a board battle, a face-off, who's going to score more goals, who's going to take more shots. Basically, the majority of the battles, even though they were going the Outlaws' way through probably close to the first half of this game, the second half battle easily won by the Yeti. And as you can see on the scoreboard and in the shot count, I mean, just about everywhere except probably face-off. So if the Outlaws could take one thing from them and say, hey, look, we did really well with face-offs today, and try and take that and move forward and take more shots and do everything that they need to do right, it's either win or go back to Arizona tomorrow. So we'll see how they do. But great game by both teams. Again, it'll be another game, hopefully another crazy high-scoring goal affair. Be great for the people back home, but we'll send it back up to you for, I guess, our parting words there, Kyle. Thanks.
And thank you all for viewing this game, and hope to see you back here from Las Vegas tomorrow afternoon. And farewell on this Saturday early morning.